Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the English news of Binh Phuoc Radio Television Station and Newspaper. And with you, with the latest news for today. Binh Phuoc targets being in top 10 in national digital transformation. Binh Phuoc ensuring strict protection of natural forests. Prime Minister visits Australian National University. Ho Chi Minh City Festival spreads love for áo dài. Overcoming major challenges at the border province, Binh Phuoc has risen to the forefront in the southeast region and the country in recent times in regard to digital transformation. Aligning closely with the central theme of the National Digital Transformation Agenda, the province has set ambitious goals for this year of accelerating its comprehensive digital transformation across various sectors.
The National Digital Transformation Mission in 2024 focuses on developing the digital economy with 4 pillars: the information technology industry, the digitization of economic sectors, digital governance, and digital data. These pillars will act as vital drivers for rapid and sustainable socio-economic development. Binh Phuoc's plan for digital transformation in 2024 will closely adhere to these guiding principles. To achieve its digital transformation goals this year, the province will vigorously implement comprehensive and holistic digital transformation, emphasizing the efficient exploitation and sharing of digital data. Efforts will continue to be directed towards the successful completion of assigned targets and tasks, with a commitment to striving to be within the top 10 provinces in digital transformation nationwide. The effective implementation of investment projects in equipment, software, and databases will also support the establishment of digital governance and smart local government infrastructure for Binh Phuoc province during 2022-2025 period.
To bolster the synergy between forestry and tourism development in Binh Phuoc province from 2021 to 2025 with a vision to 2030, the province is committed to the stringent protection of its existing natural forest area. This involves enhancing biodiversity conservation and bolstering resilience in its forests.
Binh Phuoc will further intensify initiatives such as afforestation in flood-prone zones, establishing protected forests and water sources, reforesting post-exploitation, planting scatter trees, selecting native and distinctive species for supplementary planting, and encouraging enclosed forestry for regeneration. These endeavors seek to improve biodiversity, the forest's timber-producing capabilities, and its protective functions. In a phased approach, the province will systematically address and definitely resolve encroachments and occupations of forest land, enhancing the efficacy of biodiversity conservation and the resilience of the forest. Binh Phuoc has a total forest and forestry land area of 171,700 hectares, comprising over 155,000 hectares of forested land and nearly 56,000 hectares of natural forests, over 99,000 hectares of planted forests, and 16,500 hectares of land without forests.
In addition to rubber, cashews, and pepper, coffee is also a key crop in Binh Phuoc province. To boost product value, the border district of Phuoc has many cooperatives actively improving quality and engaging in deep processing to grow market share and expand beyond the province's boundaries.
Processed coffee products from the Phuoc Pure Coffee Cooperative attract many customers due to their distinctive, delightful aroma and consistent quality. The key to success lies in the cooperative's emphasis on purchasing only 100% ripened beans and implementing a comprehensive process for harvesting, roasting, and drying. It currently comprises 7 members cultivating 10 hectares of organically grown coffee, yielding approximately 30 tons annually. This capacity is sufficient to supply clean raw materials for deep processing. The cooperative's goal is to focus on building a brand, refining procedures to obtain organic certification, ensuring transparency regarding origin, and completing processing standards along with certification for export. With a total coffee cultivation area exceeding 14,000 hectares and production of over 28,800 tons, Binh Phuoc has the largest coffee cultivation area in the southeast region. Recently, under the National Target Program on Sustainable Agriculture, the Ministry for Agriculture and Rural Development set a target of Vietnam's coffee cultivation area, reaching approximately 640,000 to 660,000 hectares by 2023. The Central Highlands region is expected to contribute around 600,000 hectares, with the remainder distributed between Binh Phuoc, Đồng Nai, Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu, Sơn La, Quảng Trị, and Bình Thuận provinces.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính visited the Australian National University and attended an education forum in Canberra on March 8 as part of his official visit to Australia.
Visiting the Australian National University and attended an education forum in Canberra, Prime Minister Chin highlighted the close and practical friendship between Vietnam and Australia. He called educational cooperation a bright spot in the Vietnam-Australia ties, with various achievements gained over the past time. He commended the establishment of a joint working group by the two countries' ministries of education and training to support Australian universities to open their branches in Vietnam. Resources should be mobilized and optimized to implement key projects that are consistent with Australia's strengths and interest, and Vietnam's demand, the leader continued. More than 80,000 Vietnamese students have studied in Australia so far, and over 200 Vietnamese and Australian educational institutions have engaged in cooperation programs.
Vietnam exported 35,000 tons of peppercorn worth $143 million in the first 2 months of this year, down 12.3% in volume, but up 12.9% in value.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development reported the US was the biggest importer of Vietnamese peppercorn, accounting for 29% of the total shipments. It was followed by India 8% and Germany 6%. Export prices averaged $4,041 per ton during January, February, rising 28.7% from the same period last year. As a result, domestic prices have also increased continuously, especially after the Lunar New Year festival. Insiders said rising demand for the orders delivered right in the first quarter in foreign markets, such as the US, the EU, Asia, and Africa, has also fueled peppercorn prices. The Vietnam Pepper and Spice Association predicted that the country's peppercorn output this year will drop by 10 to 15% to 170,000 tons.
Non-cash payment transaction increased by 63.3% in volume and over 41% in value in January compared to the same period last year.
The State Bank of Vietnam said internet banking transactions surged by 57.8% in volume and 32.4% in value. Mobile banking transactions increased by 68% in volume and 41% in value. Notably, QR code payments skyrocketed by over 890% in volume and more than 1,060% in value. The figures for transactions via automated teller machines went down by 15% and 18%, respectively. These results illustrate a clear trend towards transitioning from cash to cashless payments. Towards digitalization in banking operations, the Central has encouraged credit institutions to implement digital transformation and collaborate with various sectors to develop and expand the digital ecosystem, which focuses on customer-centric product and service offerings with seamless and personalized transaction experiences.
The 10th Ho Chi Minh City Áo Dài Festival commenced on March 7 at Nguyễn Huệ Pedestrian Street in Ho Chi Minh City. Running until March 17, the event aimed to help preserve and showcase traditional culture to the international community.
This year's event features more than 20 key opinion leaders in various fields, beauty queens, singers, artists, and travel bloggers, as image ambassadors. Along with that, it sees the participation of 30 famous Giải designers from many localities across the country. The festival is part of the project on the organization of typical festivals and cultural and sports events in Ho Chi Minh City for the 2020 to 2030 period. It includes a variety of unique activities such as an art program themed Giải, Colors of Ho Chi Minh City, an Owl's Eye exhibition and interaction space, and an online Owl's Eye competition. First launched in 2014, the festival has seen breakthroughs in both scale and quality, helping spread the love for Owl's Eye among both visitors and locals, particularly civil servants, public employees, and female workers.
That's all for the news today. Thanks for watching BPTV News. Goodbye and see you next time.